And we are back. Good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Night Audit with your host, Chaz Barnes. If it's your first time being here, please give yourself a hand clap. Hopefully, it's not your last time being here. And if it's not your first time being here, welcome back. Yes, I was not going to drop an episode today, but since it's Mother's Day, I figured I'd do something special. I had a awesome Mother's Day in a very, very long time. Hope y'all having a great Mother's Day out there to all the moms. I know fathers, the day is coming next month. But yeah, I had a dope Mother's Day. You might say, Chaz, what'd you do? I got up this morning, did my prayer, cleaned up, and then I actually pulled up at my mom's church. Went to church with my mom today. First time in a long time. Folks was there. Oh my God, we're so happy to see you. Oh man. Please come back. Please come back. I'll be back. I ain't say when. Okay. I ain't say when, but nah, it was pretty good. I told mom, I said, Mom, you didn't expect me to not attend church with you on Mother's Day. She was like, I felt like it was very awesome or whatnot. I had text, send all the messages out to all the moms. They were like, oh, happy Mother's Day. My group chat was going to my men's group chat. They was texting their moms and stuff like that. Some moms are still here with us and some are transition over. So, again, shout out to those mothers here and there, here on earth and in heaven. The sermon that was preached today at online was speaking about First Corinthians with Paul and about love, the greatest love. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. And also so last year, but I'll probably speak about this like on another episode. It might be a special episode. But I think I talked about a little bit about my aunt who passed almost 2 years ago. Come December this year, be 2 years ago. I sent her a happy Mother's Day, just I know they can't. It's a one-sided conversation and whatnot. Now, if you all believe in the resurrection, so I just happen to just say, I'm just gonna send a gift. Happy Mother's Day. And shortly before I left, I was sitting on my Alexa Echo. I got a reply back. It said, "Thank you." I just sat and smiled. I sat and smiled. Yeah, yeah, he's real. He's real. Yeah, yeah. So actually her birthday, I text her son. I sent her son, my cousin, I sent him a YouTube short from Jason Wilson, like a special message. He lost his mom 10 years ago as well. So he was speaking about it, especially in his Patreon as well. And also my cousin Brittany, she tragically lost her son while he was locked up in prison think the day before Mother's Day. So I sent the message out. They had something for him, but we could not attend. We had made prior plans. My mom went out to dinner this evening, so we couldn't make it. I'm pretty sure there might be other things they're gonna do in the summertime and that we may be of attendance. But I made sure that I sent the prayer out to them, and I also wish them happy Mother's Day as well, because that was not good, not good. And that was actually the last. No, that wasn't the last in-person church service. Yeah, as far as prior to this year, that was the last day in church. I don't say my thing about church like now. And speaking about mothers, I don't want to just say, okay, it's got to be special occasions, whatnot. But like, of course, I'm back with my mom. So that's one of the things that I at least want to make sure that I'm tentative about attending some services and stuff like that. It ain't got to be every Sunday, and because again, the Lord makes time for me, but I also had to make time for the Lord. So I been attending this church online. Now they're not solely based online. They do have an actual building. They have a physical building with people there. After a while, I'll probably attend a service in person as well. I'll probably get a church home, so to speak. But given with the technological advances with how to receive it now, you don't necessarily, you can be on the other side of the world receiving the Lord. So it doesn't, and giving and participating. I mean, it'd be nice to, show up in the building and worship with your fellow saints and stuff like that. But yeah. But yeah, my thing was that with like when I was growing up, did go to church. When my mom's mom was alive, we went to church. Now, do we, we were churching, so we would go to church. Like they go to church on Saturday, and then Sunday is for all, for the Sabbath. And for the ones that do go to church on a Sunday, we'll have Sunday dinner. In this household I grew up in, anybody who was in this house, like my aunt and her, like say everybody who spent the night, the weekend, chances are you probably will be having to go to church. You got to go to church. They was like, don't ever has a but go to church. If you go to church, you're gonna, when I got a little bit older, like maybe my like 20s or something like that, before I moved out of here, my mom was like, well, listen, if you're gonna be here, you're gonna have to at least pick a Sunday to go to church. But you just can't be in here not going to church. And we have like some fights and she was like, why you don't want to go? Why you don't want to go? Because what I felt what I felt to me was I felt like I didn't belong. I could not just have I have a much better relationship with Jesus now. Not that I hated Jesus or anything like that, and not that I did not believe, but it was just that you get caught up when you in your walk. You get caught up in how this person is doing. Okay, they saying they love Jesus, but they zigzagging over here. They love God, they zigzagging over there, right? Instead of just focusing on you. Now, I mean, like, of course, you want to, if people are weak in their faith, you want to uplift them, encourage them, or whatnot. But there may be times where you have to shame them down a couple notches, and that has happened, right? So I know the truth is the truth, and learning it or whatnot. But you know, we like forgiveness is for. I mean, I think grace is for God, and I think forgiveness is for us. But anywho, so there was always a battle between going to church. Like, we don't go to church. People scolding you, like, you need to be in church. You need to be in here. So like it was a lot of fighting with that, right? It's like we're fighting that because then people say, well, you don't have to go to church to be a Christian or be a believer of God, but I mean, it's probably encouraged us to be amongst fellow saints, fellowship here and there with fellow saints. So for the longest time, I was always like, if I know, or my feet get weary, I know who to turn to. I also always said that was always my thing. I say, well, when my feet get weary. So again, my mom, like I said, we had shouting matches, man, like big matches about that. And so much so to the point where, when I moved out, my attendance went down. Like I attended service, but I was far few in between. Like when I came back today, come on, Chaz, please make sure you come back to us. Make sure don't come back next Mother's Day. I was like, I say, y'all, I'll be back. I'll be back. I mean, I'll be back. I can't say when, but I will definitely make sure. I say I'm at my mom's house, I'm in this season. So you guys will probably time to time see me. They go to church. Church service start around like 1:00 and at 3. I'm more of a morning person. We need to have already had church, need to be already be done because when football season get rolled around here, I'm like, log online. But yeah, so I'm making this my thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so for me, it was a lot to do with all of that. Now, as I got older, with my relationship and stuff like that, I realized that I think that I really do need to build a better personal relationship with Jesus. And my favorite show, the show that really like the show, like, well, like when we was doing the premarital counseling, like before everything kind of went the way it went, it was like, I can see why this is very important because the person I was with, they had previously had a connection with Jesus and whatnot. They just haven't attended a church, but they will read their Bible here and there. But their parents are like strong in their faith. Such my mom raised hell and sand and whatnot. She's throwback, but be talking about some Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. because you gotta think about the goal is to be Christ-like. I ain't trying to like give you like a theology on it, but my point is like I figure it would be very important, but I think it's more so important to build a relationship yourself. So if you do find yourself in a relationship with someone and you all are going to church, because I mean, there's nothing that prevents a marriage from like you can put Jesus at the forefront, put God at the forefront, and the marriage just don't work out. The marriage don't work out, relationship don't work out. But I think a lot of times people, once the relationship doesn't work, everybody like, okay, you stop attending, they stop attending. And so one thing that I'm learning is, and I know I'm getting back to my mom with this, but the one thing I'm learning in this season is that you shouldn't stop. Like God, like it's almost like plan A. Like I'm plan A, God's plan A, I'm plan 1A. Ain't no plan B. Plan B, I mean, of course, plan B, when all else goes wrong, yeah, I'm gonna go back to my mom's house and figure shit out. But I knew that that was gonna be very important moving forward. Because once you started kind of like picking up your word, reading your word, and I'm not saying you, because I mean, I ain't trying to be like, yo, quoting scripture. I mean, I'm still learning as well. So I have to, some people get, how you be a babe in Christ or whatnot, and you just on fire with the spirit. You know what I mean? I always kind of had it. So sometimes it come out, but you kind of do what they say in the Bible. If somebody don't want to hear it, you just shake your sandals off at the door and just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Or in this case, if you wear Jordans, shake your Jordans off at the door and keep going. But for me, I know that like my relationship, regardless how it went down, I needed to decrease so he can increase. If you read the book of John. So I just know for me, it just is important to like build a relationship and strengthen a relationship with him. Because a woman can get up one day and say, hey, I don't want to be with you no more. But Jesus wouldn't do that because his anger or God's anger is only for a moment. His love is for a lifetime. So as a man, I'm playing A. I'm playing 1A, he's playing A. But I think it's important. I mean, if you find a woman of God, not saying necessarily gotta be, I mean, they may have a church background. I mean, if you meet them in church, that's one thing. But I think a lot of times people meet people in different places and spaces and whatnot. But yeah, but back to my mom. But yeah, I thought it was equally important for me to like show my face. I wouldn't let Mother's Day weekend go without showing up to church. And it had been a thought, even when I was like not living with my mom, I was a thought like, dang, you know what? It'd be kind of like pretty cool, pretty dope to like pull up on, because they church the building. Unfortunately they build and they get a new building built. They lost their building through a flood. And so if people who are here from the metro Atlanta area, they have a church off Panola Road and Covered Highway. So not too far. It's like 20 minutes from drive down. I can't say that I'll always be in attendance, but I will make sure that I can, try to be intentional with some Sunday. Cause this was technically a free weekend for me. Like it was it was busy. We was out yesterday. We ran into an uncle of ours. He had hernia surgery. We kicked it with him. I gave mom a massage. I took her to Massage Envy. Shoot, ooh man, she did a couple run around like back when before I had a car and all that stuff like that. My mom used to make a dozen stops. She driving like she taking the back way how to get to Grady, and from Grady to get to Decatur. I was just like, I'm over it. Plus, I needed a nap because I needed to catch up on sleep. I told my mom, I said, if I had like a power nap or somewhere, I maybe could have kept going. But I said she was the one to make a whole bunch of stops. She still do it. She still makes stops. I said it might be better for me to drive. But I did drive us. I drove us to Massage Envy. Like today, I drove us to dinner tonight. I drove us to and from dinner tonight. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but this is one of those weekends where, yeah, for sure, I want to make sure I was available. Like I worked out yesterday. I worked out Fridays. I worked out Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then the rest of the Saturday was just all with her. And same like Sunday, I got up this morning. Like I told you my routine. So, and then Monday, I'm off tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment. Mother's Day was pretty dope, man. I thought about making this episode. I kept thinking about mothers. I love my mom. Even where we at, you can't do anything about what was the past. Like I said, we fought over the church stuff, but I think it feels better now to go for myself and not go for others. I think that's the other thing too. It's like with church or like knowing God, whatnot, do it for yourself. Don't do it for others. I mean, you can find encouragement, but do it for you. You know, do it for him. What's glory to him. So yeah. But it'll probably work. I know the following weekend we got the AC repair person coming, and I know there's more that weekend. So it depends. I mean, as long as I'm doing what I'm doing, I can't attend every service. Sometimes my mom will kick it, you know what I'm saying? We get these kind of weekends, be like, yeah, you know what? Hey, we ain't got nothing going on, or we might run to do something together. So I'm not making any like excuses like, oh, you can't go. I'm like, I do. I mean, what if we go online? What if sometimes go in person? I do. But yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know ladies like, oh my God, church is no, I mean it's not performative. I mean I think it's like I told y'all earlier, like in early episodes a little bit, I talk about a little bit more. I'm a son before I'm a husband, before I'm a father, if Lord anoints me with that title, I'm a son first. I gotta be honoring. I mean, Corinthians, like gotta be it's spoken in the Old Testament, you know what I'm saying? So whatever it once was, I mean you can't do anything about it. You gotta do what's in front of you. So but yeah. Hmm. Pretty awesome. I mean, some things we could do. I think like I didn't give my mom. I mean, the gifts I gave her were, the dinner, and the massage. I know she got flowers as well. So then listen, you know, she's good. She's awesome. Yeah. Oh yeah, my man. Like I'm gonna do like I said, my aunt 2 pack. When I got that message, I was like, oh, and said thank you. I said, oh, I said no, thank you. I said, get my I think that was a test when he was like, all right. I was like, gotcha. Oh. But I just ain't want to kick it with y'all that long. I know, I mean, most people got to go to work tomorrow. But yeah, I hope everybody had a phenomenal Mother's Day weekend. Yeah, man. But yeah, shout out to all the moms. We're gonna do like so we're gonna do something for Father's Day. We'll do something for Father's Day as well. We'll do a Father's Day episode. Only reason why I did because the goal because I'm not gonna be available Friday. And I at least want to, if anything, this probably act as I probably just repost stuff, but this probably gonna act as that video for Friday instead. Like, I mean, like I said, we about to, like I did for last Friday, I will do that. Like I said, I'm gonna be unavailable next weekend like that. So, yep. So just trying to stay on top of things. After a while, I probably will go live. Probably go live, but I think just during I'm like I said, I'm gonna premiere this video, but all the other ones and whatnot, they just they're gonna be premiered, but they just be at different times, and I'll send out the links from there. But I got excited about doing this. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this show, how I'm gonna do this Mother's Day show. Love you all, love all the moms, dads. We got you all. We coming up, to tomorrow, to next time. Hit that like button, comment, like, subscribe. And we will see you all on the next one. Peace.